Assalamualaikum and hi. Today our group will present to you about the comparison between HarmonyOS with Android. We look at how these two operating systems differ in design, ecosystem and developer support, especially in today's connected world. So before we start, may I introduce you to our team members. As we can see here, we got Muhammad Aiman, SYAFIQ and AZIZAN. Me, myself, AMIR ROSLEE. Nur AINA NABILA binti ZAINORDEN. And Nur AMISHA SHAHIRAH binti AHMAD ZUPERI. Together, we work on comparing HarmonyOS and Android across architecture ecosystem. And today we will be presenting a comparison between HarmonyOS and Android. HarmonyOS is often seen as a counterpart to Android, but it is specifically designed for cross-device performance. Android, on the other hand, is a Linux-based operating system that dominates the global market. With billions of smart devices in use today, the architecture of an operating system plays a major role in user experience, performance, and security. So, the central question for our presentation is: can HarmonyOS break Android strategy? Let's start with Android. Android is developed by Google and is an open source operating system. It has been the market leader for more than 10 years and runs on many types of devices such as smartphone, tablet, smart TV and wearable. One of Android main strength is its huge app ecosystem through Google Play Store. It also has a very large global developer community and offer high customization for manufacturers and users. However, Android also has some challenges. Device fragmentation is a major issue as apps must work across many different devices. Its open source nature can also lead to a security vulnerability. So for this slide, I will show you about architecture of Android operating system, which is organized to several layers. At the bottom of the architecture is the Linux kernel. The Linux kernel is responsible for directly managing the device hardware. It controls components such as camera, display, Bluetooth, USB and input devices through hardware driver. This layer also handles core system function like memory management, process control and also a security enforcement. Above the Linux kernel is the native libraries and Android runtime layer. The native libraries provide essential system services including graphic rendering, media playback, database management using SQLite and security functions such as SSL. These libraries are written mainly in C and C++ to ensure high performance. Alongside the native libraries is the Android runtime, which include core libraries and the Dalvik virtual machine. The Android runtime is responsible for executing Android application, managing memory efficiently, allowing apps to run smoothly on mobile devices. Next is the application framework layer, which provide high-level system services to application. This layer includes components such as the activity manager, window manager, content provider and also package manager. These services allow application to interact with the system without directly accessing hardware resources, improving security and stability. At the top is the application layer, which include both built-in applications like contacts, camera, calendar, and third-party apps downloaded from Google Play Store. This is the layer where users interact directly with Android operating system.
Now, let's look at HarmonyOS. HarmonyOS is developed by Huawei and was launched in 2019. It is designed as distributed operating system that works across phone, tablet, smart home, IoT devices, and wearables. One of its key features is the microkernel architecture, which improves security and modularity. HarmonyOS also introduced the super device ecosystem, allowing seamless collaboration between multiple devices. Additionally, it is initially compatible with some Android apps, helping ease the transitions for users and developers. However, HarmonyOS faces several challenges. It has
diagram explain OSKA, which stands for One OS Kit for All. Instead of separate operating system, OSKA use modular components that are assembled based on the device type. For example, a PC gets a full feature system, a phone gets a mobile optimized version, and device like car or watch gets lightweight version. This approach keeps the system efficient while ensuring a consistent experience across the super device ecosystem.
This slide compares the architecture of Android and HarmonyOS. Android uses a Linux monolithic kernel and is designed mainly for mobile device. HarmonyOS, in contrast, uses a microkernel architecture and focus on multi-device and IoT environment. In terms of resource sharing, Android has limited capabilities, while HarmonyOS allows seamless sharing across devices. For security, Android uses permission-based control, where HarmonyOS apply microkernel isolation and formal verification. Android runs apps using the Android runtime, while HarmonyOS support multiple runtimes such as Java, JavaScript.
Now let's talk about device connectivity. HarmonyOS introduced the super device features where phones, tablets, TV, and IoT devices can communicate instantly. User can perform drag and drop, file sharing, and remotely control other devices. This is managed by the distributed soft bus, which handle resource and service sharing smoothly. In contrast, Android relies on applications such as Google Home, Nearby Share, and Chromecast for device connection. There is limited native OS level integration, and the experience can vary depending on the manufacturer such as Samsung or Xiaomi. Overall, HarmonyOS offers a Despite its strengths, HarmonyOS has several limitations. First, it depends heavily on Huawei hardware. Secondly, its adoption is limited outside China. Third, the app's ecosystem is still smaller compared to Android. Additionally, political and trade restrictions have affected its global expansion. And
Now let's look at development tools. So as you can see for HarmonyOS, developer use DevEco Studio as the IDE. Supported language include Java, JavaScript, and ArcGIS. Applications are distributed through Huawei App Gallery, and the platform support cross-device app using Ability components. For the Android, developers use Android Studio and can code using Java, Kotlin, or C++. Apps are published through the Google Play Store, and Android offers developer advantage and challenge. From a developer perspective, both platforms have advantage and challenge. HarmonyOS is optimized for IoT and cross-device application, and it has less device fragmentation due to Huawei-controlled ecosystem. However, it has a smaller global user base, limited third-party libraries, and require developers to adapt to multi-device app designs. For the Androids offer a large developer community, mature SDKs, and global apps distribution, which creates more career opportunity. However, developers face device fragmentation. From developer perspective, HarmonyOS presents emerging opportunity. Its tools and are newer, the learning curve can be steeper, and the community is smaller and mainly based in China. However, it shows strong potential in IoT and cross-device application such as Huawei Health and Huawei Smart Home. Android, on the other hand, currently offers a stronger advantage. It has mature tools, easy to learn language like Java and Kotlin, a large global market, and flexible monetization. Example, WhatsApp and TikToks. So, which OS is better for the developer? Currently, Android is the safer and more established choice, but in the future, HarmonyOS may become more attractive for IoT and multi-dev.
This slide shows the real-world use of cases for both operating systems. HarmonyOS is more suitable for environments that require multiple devices to work together, such as smart home, IoT system, wearable, and automotive platform. Its super device feature allows seamless collaboration between devices. Android, on the other hand, is better suited for global consumer applications such as social media, e-commerce, gaming, and enterprise apps, where wide device compatibility. Looking at the future outlook, Android is expected to continue dominating the global mobile operating system market due to its mature ecosystem and strong developer support. HarmonyOS, however, shows strong potential in the future, especially in IoT and multi-devices ecosystem. Its adoption is growing in Huawei's platform, particularly in China. Overall, Android leads in the present, while HarmonyOS focuses.
From developer perspective, HarmonyOS presents emerging opportunity. Its tools and are newer, the learning curve can be steeper, and the community is smaller and mainly based in China. However, it shows strong potential in IoT and cross-device application such as Huawei Health and Huawei Smart Home. Android, on the other hand, currently offers a stronger advantage. It has mature tools, easy to learn language like Java and Kotlin, a large global market, and flexible monetization. Example, WhatsApp and TikToks. So, which OS is better for the developer? Currently, Android is the safer and more established choice, but in the future, HarmonyOS may become more attractive for IoT and multi-dev. For conclusion, HarmonyOS is an innovative distributed operating system designed for multi-device ecosystem, while Android is a mature and widely adopted platform with a strong global developer base. Both operating systems have technical strength, and the best choice depends on the use case. Developer interest in IoT integration and cross-device collaboration may prefer HarmonyOS, while those aiming for global app reach should choose Android.